My name is CJ, and I run a mixing and mastering studio specifically for heavy metal bands called All Wine Audio Engineering. And this video series is all about giving local and regional level progressive metal bands a place to have their band and their music reviewed. Now, this isn't about me being brutally honest. It's about me giving actual constructive feedback to a genre that kind of gets overlooked by the other mainstream reviewers. The main point here is to give smaller progressive metal bands real insight into what it looks like to see their band from the outside, but coming from a person who actually understands their genre deeply. This is valuable information that could really help a smaller band be more successful in their future. So why am I doing this in the first place? Well, number one, I love progressive metal music. Pretty much every Sunday for the last couple of months, I've been spending time just finding new bands to listen to, mainly so that I can find new clients, but also to find things that inspire me. And I really thought that it would just be more fun to share that experience with other people. Number two, I kind of hate how redundant mainstream music is. I don't really care about trends. I don't care about what plugins you're using or what band you think you sound like. I want to hear innovative ideas. I want to hear original ideas. And I tend to hear those types of things more from smaller bands. Number three, I've been playing progressive metal for the last 13 years or so. It's really the main thing that I listen to. So I have a lot of expertise when it comes to this genre, and I feel like I could offer real advice that could help people. And lastly, I know I already said that I run a mixing and mastering studio, but what I didn't tell you is that I live in a really small town. We have 3 stoplights here. There's just not a lot of people, and there's not a lot of bands or musicians. So if I want to find work, if I want to find interesting music to work on, I have to reach out to people. And I feel like this is a great opportunity for me to reach my ideal clients all over the world, while also still offering them value. Now, before we jump in, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to find about 5 or so bands every Sunday to review from my Facebook profile. More on that in just a second. First thing I'm going to do is give a brief impression of the band's social media presence, what their artwork looks like, and how many clicks it takes to actually get to their music. Next, I'm going to review their most accessible song. Whatever pops up on YouTube, we're going to listen to that, and I'm going to critique it based on mainly song structure, how things flow from one part to the next, how the mix sounds, and what kind of emotional appeal the music has. And lastly, if I really love the song, I'm going to add it to my local regional progressive metal playlist, and you can find the link to that in the description. Now, if you want me to review your band, then just add me on Facebook, and you'll see me posting every week looking for bands to review. Just leave a tag for your band on any one of those posts, and I'll add you to the list. Welcome back, guys, to episode number 3 of Prog Reviews. Today I've got quite a list of bands to listen to. We're going to start things off with a band that's local to me called Auto Attack. One of my buddies named Nicky, he's the guitar player in this band, and he definitely has a really interesting style of playing guitar. He's one of those people that it's him when he's playing. He just has a sound, and their bass player and drummer are also phenomenal. Again, these are people who are kind of local to me, and they asked me to do a review on one of their songs. So you can see here, they've got a link tree, got a Gmail, Messenger, all that good stuff. They play pretty regularly, local here to me, in Northeast Indiana, Southwest Michigan. So you can see some show flyers here. Shout out to the Rocky Button. They're an excellent local venue here around us. And Nicky does a lot of guitar videos and stuff on his own page. I'm not really seeing a lot of those here on the band page. So I think we're just going to move directly to their link tree here and go to YouTube. And they asked us to play Mentaculous. I love their music, man. It's so cheeky, and like Mickey writes the cutest riffs, and I mean that with all sincerity. I think it's really cool. Number one, how they have a very organic sound. It's, you know, it sounds like real drums and like a real guitar and real bass, and it's just very, very refreshing. Especially nowadays where everything is programmed and everything is like grid perfect. These guys sound like a band in a room that was just recorded really well, and they had their shit together. And they sound exactly like this live. So at least I can say that much. I really, really love how crispy the drums are. Like the snare is right there. And just everything. The cymbals sound really crispy. Like I can hear every little thing that's happening. And I feel like they're one of those bands where, number one, every song is a little bit different, but they do have a sound, and they do this thing where, like, there's just enough lack of predictability in the music. Like, it throws me almost every transition in a good way. And the reason that I like their approach is because it forces me to just sit back and listen. Like, I give up trying to anticipate where the next thing is going to happen or where it's going to change. Because it's so sporadic. So again, I just kind of give up, and I just kind of give in, I guess is a better way to say it, is I give into the music, and I just let whatever's happening happen and just enjoy the ride. And that's kind of an art in its own, I feel like, to do that, to pull that off well. Definitely check out Auto Attack. These guys are awesome, and bound to continue making great music. So Auto Attack. Definitely a great start to episode 3. So let's see. Let's go in order. And we will hit up Hell They Raise. Metal from New York. Let's see what we got here. Got some creepy, odd artwork here at the top. Let's see. Email and Messenger. Let's see. Got some live set performance stuff. Looks like they did an interview with King of the Pit. That's very cool. And they've got some, they've got links to their music here off to the side. It would be nice to see like a link tree or just some kind of, like all of your social medias or something over here would be great. It would also be nice to see like band members' names or something here at the top. Because again, if I really, really enjoy your music, and I think this goes for most people, if I listen to it and it really strikes me, I'll go out of my way to figure out who you are, if you're in other bands, And so if you want to have as much information available as possible, just in case somebody's listening and they really get the itch to dive in further. Looks like you guys are doing vinyls. So these guys are pretty serious, I would say, if you're getting vinyls pressed. Got some good live show shots. So it looks like these guys do a pretty good job of promoting their band on a almost daily basis. So that's great to see. We're just going to hop on over to their YouTube page.
Leave my lesson dead.
listen to the rest of this. That got my blood pumping. That was great, man. The machine gun kicks matched up with the chugs at the beginning was just powerful. Absolutely loved the vocals on that, man. That guy's got a hell of a voice. The high mid range and the highs, like he was sometimes kind of bouncing between the two. Those highs were just excellent. Like reminds me of Mitch Lucker or maybe even The Analyst, if any of you guys are familiar with them. But just this very dry, just powerful top range on his voice. Loved it. Everything was tight. The guitar range, the guitars again were kind of, I want to describe it as dry again as well. Like just a very like bristly, brutal sounding guitar tone, and everything was really tight. But again, not. It was tight in a way that was like cathartic, man, because everything was just so locked in, and every part flows really, really well. Like not once did you lose my attention. Not once did I go, okay, what's the next part? You know, like you guys reused a handful of different riffs and came back to some of those really, really solid ideas from the beginning of the song. So I think the songwriting on this is just top notch. Predictable in all the right ways, but still had that right amount of spice in there to keep me listening. So for, it looks like an EP intro, that was a killer EP intro. I'm definitely going to come back and listen to the rest of this album after I'm done recording. There we go. Going on the playlist, and let's give these guys a follow. Wonderful job. Hell They Raise. Loved it. Again, I don't know if I'm just getting lucky, but I feel like every week when I do this, it's just pure gas. Like you guys just keep recommending awesome bands. Guys, if you're going to submit stuff, ideally you're submitting bands that are currently playing shows or are writing or something, you know. If the band page doesn't have any posts on it for the last 4 years, then we're probably just going to skip over it. Smog CA. Let's see. Got a cool banner up here. Nothing in the about section. Got a new single out. Okay. We're probably going to listen to this because that one comment, this may be y'all's magnum opus, absolutely fire. We may have to just listen to that. But at least we've got some recent posts, some good marketing here. Oh, we got a guitar video. Expecting that. That was disgusting.
The thing about fighting me is that you're not gonna beat my ass. You're not gonna beat my ass. You're not gonna beat. I'm gonna beat your pussy. You're gonna beat this. I'm gonna beat your pussy ass up. Fighting me is
that bass tone is heavy as balls. I love that, man. Let's go up here and let's check out this.
it, I give it your shame. Never resist. I give it your bullet, I give it your shame. Never answer for you smell what's within every life. The kindness in my life. Learn me forgiveness. Learn me forgiveness.
That was insane. I don't know. Number one, I don't know if I would quite consider this progressive metal, but I am happy to listen to it and review it. I love the transitions where it just feels like a bomb goes off. Like the mixing and mastering on this is phenomenal because they definitely got that like just dropping a nuke effect. Just absolutely perfect. I love the kickball. Snare bombs, they sound wonderful. The vocalist is absolutely disgusting and vile, especially there at the end where they're like, let's just slow it down again. And the vocalist is just like throwing everything at the song at the end. That was really, really cool. I love the hardcore vibes. I'm not generally a hardcore guy, and I'm usually more into music that's a bit more complex than this, but I do appreciate it for what it is. I love. You guys have the brutality pinned down. Like you have the production down, you have the songwriting down. So definitely a killer single, man. I'm also going to, I guess I'll add as a friend. This must not actually be a band page. It's like a personal profile that looks like a band page. But I'm going to shoot you guys a like. And again, I didn't really see anywhere to find your music. That's the only like issue I'm running into is no YouTube, no Linktree, no nothing. So I can't really add you to my playlist. But stop. If anybody in the band happens to see this review and you want to shoot me a link to your YouTube, I'll get you guys on the playlist, maybe get you guys some more listeners. But this was good music. It was heavy as fuck, and I loved it. So keep it coming. Next up, we've got Aeon Design. That's a promising band name. Modern metalcore, Fort Worth, Texas. Cool. We've got band members up here. New music coming soon. Linktree. I mean, that's really what you love to see. If it's not going to be a band website, having a Linktree with everything is always great. Yep. And listing band members' names is nice, again, because if I really like this, I can type these names into the search bar up here, and I can go and find your personal pages, because what are the odds that the guitar player puts out guitar videos on their page, or that the vocalist does vocal playthroughs on their page? Just because I don't find it on the band page doesn't mean that there's more to discover about your band, you know? So always keep that in mind. Speaking of, we got a little drum video. Sweet. Why would I Merch designs, big cartel link. Okay, okay. Bringing some cool stuff to the merch table. Looks like you guys got it going on, man. Plenty of show flyers. That's just good marketing.
Like a passion, lit through ashes, power balance, witness tragic, game of
Yeah, I'm excited to listen to a full song. And one thing, I know that this is meant to kind of be funny, but one thing that I do love about the progressive metal genre is that we can fucking get away with anything, you know? I think you hear a lot of other genres represented in progressive metal just because the approach is to be innovative and to write original music. So let's go to their YouTube. And they've got plenty of content, which is great. I love to see that your page is just full of all kinds of stuff to listen to. I love the aesthetic of the band. It's very like early 2000s gent, which appeals directly to me. I love that stuff. It's very futuristic. It looks like biology, or like I just love the aesthetic, and it's a good hint as to what I'm going to be listening to. I kind of have an expectation of like some nice atmospheric sounds, some staccato, kind of genty guitar riffs. So if I hear anything like that, I'm going to be stoked. So let's check out this EP. EP intro today, and this was an interesting listen because I don't know, I got about maybe 3 or 4 like riffs into the song, and I kind of felt like, man, if this is going to be instrumental the whole time, I feel like they're kind of playing it safe. And then I was just totally taken aback by the leads. About a third into the song, that part was so cool. Reminds me a little bit of Mirar, where they've got this like industrial sounding like guitar parts, and that I don't know why it just really really appeals to me. Like it feels very evocative, very emotional to have those like pitched up guitar parts, especially the way that it was done here. It sounds very vocal. It kind of takes the place of there being a vocalist in that part. And I love that a lot of the guitar playing in this intro track has that vibe to it where I feel like a lot of instrumental, progressive instrumental bands, they try to pack as much information into every part of the song as possible because there's not a vocalist there. So everybody kind of has this extra space to do more. And whereas I feel like this, at least this song, was a good setup for some like vocal sounding guitar parts, right? Like it's not so densely packed that I'm overwhelmed by the song, which is also kind of refreshing. Um, but yeah, they found a nice way to incorporate some vocal sounding lead guitar parts without it being super busy. I feel like it was a really nice balance of instrumental music, and then the guitars kind of playing that role of vocalist in certain parts. So very very cool song. Um, I'm going to add this to the playlist. And again, if you want to check out that playlist for yourself, if you want to check out some of the bands that we've been listening to here on the channel, that link will be in the description of this video. And let's give these guys a follow. I definitely need to come back and listen to the rest of that EP, just like the previous band. Like this is just nonstop heat. I think we've got time for at least one more. Let's see. Got a last minute submission here, and we've got time for it. So let's do Aaru, progressive metalcore / thal. This should be right up my alley. Let's see. From Iceland. So this may have some different influences we're not used to. Let's see here. I love it when a band's got a sense of humor, man. If you can make me laugh, you're one step closer to having a new fan. We've got some like brutal, cryptic looking artwork. Oh, I've seen these guys post in the Gent group and the Thal groups a lot. So I know these guys bring the riffs. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. Okay. Nose beers and gas stations? Okay, Killer. We're going to get straight to the music on this because I'm already intrigued and I already have some idea of what we're in for. And they've got a Spotify link. Got a Spotify link. It would be nice. Okay, we've got featured YouTube right here. Although, it's kind of an older song. I wonder if they've got anything newer. I'm just going to go to their page here and see if there's anything a little newer than that. Plenty of riff videos. Plenty of riff videos. Yeah, these guys are definitely, I can already tell, they're like right in the vein of stuff that I love to listen to. Um, Lots of riffs, lots of really great marketing too. Like these guys do a great job of like celebrating like holidays and like making little memes and doing all these things to kind of, I don't want to say stay relevant, but to stay interesting. They're providing more than just songs, right? Like if you follow these guys, they're obviously making a lot of content, and keeping things fresh and interesting. I'm just going to go back to, yep, this release right here. It looks like this was the last full song that they put out. That little key change there at the end, that last like 5 seconds was really cool. Hold on. That was the visuals on that were insane. I had to actually kind of look away and close my eyes a couple times because I was getting kind of motion sick from it. But I went into this just expecting like just disgusting like Thal riffs. I was kind of just expecting that, and then it had these like really peaceful moments, man. That was really cool. I really liked. I don't know if I can find the exact moment. This whole part was really, really cool. I love how this part has like the distant vocals, and then they just kind of keep with that theme and the music comes back. Yeah, and the vocals just come forward, and it's like super throaty and like just really crisp, and that whole part is just beautiful. And then just this whole ending here. I was not expecting a heartfelt, like emotional guitar solo at the end, but it's so fitting. The song starts off really heavy and just kind of like what my expectation, just based on like the logo, the imagery that they have, it kind of just was predictable at the beginning. And then they kind of went off on these different tangents with this like really peaceful, beautiful transition, and unexpected in the best way. The vocals are great, but I think really the guitar work is the standout for this band. Obviously got the very fall sounding drums, which a lot of people are doing now, so it's kind of lost its luster to me. But the songwriting here is top notch, and that's really, really what I care about. Is just, does the song flow? Does it make sense? Do the lyrics kind of evoke what the song sounds like? And I think they did a really great job of kind of making this, it's atmospheric. When you're watching the video, it kind of puts you in the place of the song, but it also has the lyrics there with it. And I thought that was a really creative way to do a lyric video and a visualizer at the same time. I can't say that I've seen a video quite like that before. So all in all, man, this is just really, really good stuff. All the bands today were killer, and I need to shoot these guys a follow. So yeah, just another great episode for Prog Reviews. Like I said, if you or somebody you know is making awesome progressive metal music, then just head on over to my Facebook page, add me really quick, and just drop a band tag. You'll see posts like this on my page, and just go ahead and leave a tag, or even, I post like every week, so just let me know, and we'll get you guys in line.